Earth Day art. Gonna ride our bike, go get some mulberries, and use that for our art project today. Okay, made it to our mulberry, our bike. One of the mulberry trees here. I'll show you. The red one, nice and tart, and it's the purple ones right here. See that? These are yummy. I'm gonna eat that one. Look at that. So in respect to the mulberry tree, for Earth Week, I want to do a beautiful mulberry painting today. And I'm going to take some small branches and see if we can start them in some bottles to get them to root, and then maybe start some more trees. Look how pretty those are. This mulberry tree is located by the middle school, between the elementary and the middle school here, and it is full of mulberries. So come and enjoy them. All right, I'm gonna pause it here for a sec. Okay, so I'm gonna take some small branches and see if I can grow them. I'm gonna cut them. There's one. They want to be about 3 feet long, to my understanding. That's 3 there. And then there's another one right here. I want to get new growth. How pretty those leaves are. So pretty. You tell me there's a lot of mulberries. I'm going to use this tree as the inspiration to do art today. Okay? I'm going to ride back, get my canvas ready, and use this tree as the inspiration for Earth Week mulberries. I'm going to pause it now and take you guys back to the studio. Alright, we're back at the studio, and you see that each one of these have tons of mulberries, so I'm going to use them for the art project today. However, before I get ready to do that, I am going to trim these excess and then put the branches in a bucket of water, and then hopefully they root for me, and then we can have more mulberry trees. So basically I cut a stem here, and then I put that in a bucket of water, and I cut off anything that may take some energy away from a chance for it to root. Okay, so everything comes off, and I'm going to do that. So you saw it was a big branch, and now it's basically, take off that little bit there. So hopefully it will get a chance to root for us, and then we'll have more mulberry trees from this. There are 2 types of mulberries, small leaf and big leaf. And the big leaf ones are 2 types. There's the Tice, T-I-C-E, and then there's also one's called the Pakistanian, which grows really big mulberries. The ones that are kind of big out in the park right now are called Tice, T-I-C-E. So I just really enjoy the mulberry. My daughter made a dessert with them yesterday, and looking forward to having a lot more dessert. So we want to go ahead and make sure we have plenty of mulberry trees around here. Gift them out to people. I'm going to go ahead and put this one in. And then my next thing is I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to start working on as a painting. Just cutting these leaves off, so I'm going to show you what this looks like here. There we go. So that was a branch, and now it just looks like a big old twig. But I'm going to put that in the water too, and we'll see if they grow. And then all the clippings I'm going to use, a lot of them to eat, and some of them for the artwork, because I'm going to use these leaves as inspiration. Alright, I'm going to pause it. Alright, so I'm going to use this branch as my inspiration, and then I put a canvas that I primed to use, and just looking at it, I think I want to draw a mulberry tree in my own interpretation, and the fact that it's delicious. Then I'm going to add some leaves, some branches, a bird, a butterfly, things like that. And I'm going to fill up this canvas with art using this. I'm going to go ahead and, whoa, just kick something there. I'm going to put this over here so I can use it when I need to as a reference. So let's see, I just kick. Then I'm going to go ahead and set up my palette, and I'm going to mostly use green, I think, some orange, red, and maybe some blues and purples. So I'm going to set up my palette now. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw. I'm going to start drawing first. And it's just kind of an abstract-y version of the mulberry tree. Some leaves there. Some leaves over here. Okay, some leaves going there. And then obviously more leaves here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leaves. Gotta do primary number. Let's do 9. Odd number. Oh no, I didn't say primary. Odd number. And then we got 9 numbers here, or 9 leaves. And I want to put a butterfly. And then obviously a bird. So let's see here. Go ahead and take off the paper on that. Go back to that. Where's should I put that butterfly? Now it beckons for a star too. I'll do my star here. My marker there. My oil pastel is just ripping up the star. Let's do a butterfly. Okay. And then I'm going to put a bird. Let's put a bird up here. Maybe a bird in front somehow. Some legs. Bird there. Okay. I'm going to start adding some color now, I think. Yeah. Add some color to it. Nice hard canvas. So now you see the drawing there. So I'm going to set up my palette with paints and get to work. Okay, so I'm starting to add green to the leaves, and I want to see if I can position this camera so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully. Oh boy. And then I think I'm going to put on some purple background here. So the canvas has already got like a blue color to it, bluish color, so I'm going to use that in my favor and just keep adding some color. I'm going to add this purple, very pastel-y, like it. And, you know, I think the star wants to be yellow or white, even though white's not a color, but I wonder what color the bird should be. It should be red. Or should I make it a yellow bird? There we go. We'll work into that. Okay. Gotta get some more paint. Add to that paint color. See if you can see that. Let me see where I'm going. All right. I'm going to pause it. Alright. You see how I'm starting to add a little more color. Let's see if this works again. Where I can kind of put it. Let's see me working again. I'm going to add more paint. And I was thinking, in the spirit of Earth Week and all that. I was thinking to help the art factory in these new times. I'm going to add a little water to help me mud up my work here. So I was in the spirit of giving and whatnot. If you end up liking this painting or the other one that I did for upcycled mixed media piece, if you'd be interested in donating to the art factory, in the process of you donating to the art factory, I'd love to gift you with this painting once it's done. If you contribute a nice donation to the art factory. Please let Miss Kathy Collins know your interest, and I'd love to gift you a mulberry painting as seen on this video. So I'm using the water to help blend the paints for me, and I kind of call it mudding up. You blend these colors, and I'm just kind of having a really good time. That's the goal, have a nice time doing art. And I'm going to add all my favorite colors to have a good time with this. So, I know a lot of people have helped us out to make the art factory become the art factory, and in the spirit of giving, if you're able to contribute to assist us, I would be honored to give you this painting. Alright, I'm going to add some more blue to some of the areas now. And added. There we go. Well, a lot of times the artwork is in your mind, but it's also in the process of working with the material and all of that. You know, things change mid-course, and you just have to kind of enjoy that change and make it work out, or find a new direction. You say, oh, okay, that looks, I didn't think of that. Now I have that new idea. Work off that. And that's always fun. I tell you, when we had the chance, and now we're doing it more online, but visiting the museums were so inspirational for me. And seeing all those other artists work on that canvas, it's just so exciting to me. I recommend visiting your museums online if you can. So what I did today is, this is just simple drop cloth. Cut it into comfortable size, and I'm using acrylic paint and a sable brush. I drew out the concept with an oil pastel, black oil pastel. So the concept is to, you get a chance to visit that mulberry tree and enjoy some of its fruit, maybe make a pie or dessert, and then get to paint its inspiration onto a canvas or paper or anything, just to appreciate what Mother Nature creates for us. So fun. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit of water to some areas of the canvas, just so it becomes a catalyst to move my paint around a little bit, okay? So I'm just kind of pre-gaming my canvas, knowing that I'm going to put some paint in those areas. I often like to use the same brush just for fun, because a lot of times back in the good old days I only had one or two brushes to work from. So I would wipe them off and put another paint color on there and just kept going. Alright, I want to make my butterfly nice and bright. I think I'm going to use a little bit of orange for my butterfly. What do you say? Nice and bright there. Now what's fun with that is we know that the mulberries have multiple colors. They start off kind of a whitish color, and they go to a red, which are really tart at red, and then they finally go to a dark purple, almost a black. So for these purposes, just to kind of keep using my orange, I'm going to add a little bit of orange, where I'm going to also add some red for mulberries. Okay? Just so that I can bounce with this color of orange. And the mulberries they're growing abundantly over there. I didn't know much about mulberry trees, and I tell you, we really enjoy them now. You have to eat them pretty quick or put them in the refrigerator and save them. But they will stain your hands and stuff and your clothing, which is kind of fun. Alright, so I'm going to come back and add a little bit of red and also some purples to those in respect of where the mulberries are going to be. And then I'm going to wipe down this brush again. Make sure I'm still recording. I think so, yeah. Get some red. And then I'm probably going to use some, I don't know if I can find some dark purple or something. There you go. All those red mulberries out there. There's so many. They're really small berries, and they're weighing down that tree. They're ready for picking. There we go. And then I'm going to add a little bit of red to my bird here. That bird is enjoying some mulberries. If you don't pick the mulberries, the birds will. Right. Wipe down my brush. Keep adding some more paint to this, and starts getting some direction. Guess I'm going to go with a yellow star, okay? That's okay. It's always kind of fun. There's seeing the first star that comes out at night. When I see that star, I'm typically about ready to walk my dog, and I'll look at that star, make a couple wishes. I wonder what stars wish sometimes. They definitely know all our wishes, right? I'm gonna add just to play, add a little yellow to some of our leaves, just so I can balance the yellow that I put on the star over there. And then maybe I'll add some yellow to the butterfly. I am being a little bit of a mess on this painting and doing that on purpose. I'm enjoying it. Kind of just being pretty free with it. Alright. I know my butterfly is going to go this way and somewhere around there, right? Okay. Add some more color. Got to wipe down my brush. Now the mulberry tree, the branch work, it's not too dark. It's kind of a light, you know, there's some beige in there and stuff like that. Maybe some light brown, but it's not a really dark branch tree. But I am going to emphasize some outlining, okay? Just because right now I'm kind of enjoying that period of heavy outlines. I really don't know why, but I just do. There's some artists out there that I really enjoy that use really big, heavy outline. And a lot of them from the German expressionistic period. This guy, I think he was French too. I was a French one. Say his name wrong, so I apologize. But Raoult, something like that. Rault, George Raoult. And he would do some real heavy outlines. And at that time, I was really impressed upon his style and kind of let that stay with me. And it pops back up in the paintings every so often. And it's definitely popped back in this year for me. I do have to say I enjoy the creative process and sharing that with people, especially children. Children are so inspirational and they have so many great ideas. Add some more black. I'm getting pretty heavy with the black. And then I'm going to come back and put in some color for the branch work, okay? Branch and trunk work. And I just made this mulberry very flat, kind of family tree style. There we go. Outline that star. Fill in the spaces, you know, is the goal. There we go. Catch this leaf way over here. Put its vein. Your mulberry tree, you could have friends picking the trees, eating, dancing around it. I rode my bike up to it, which is a nice treat. You could color in your bike, color in your family going up there to pick. Staining your shirt, staining your hands and your lips. It's always kind of fun. Well, I'd be honored if someone wants to contribute. Notify Miss Kathy Collins, and then once we make that all done, I'll give you this painting in respect of Earth Day and supporting the art factory. And if any of my little rootings of the mulberries take, I'll give you one of those too. How about that? You get a tree and a painting. Okay, now I'm going to come here and do the bottom. I might use a lot of different colors for that, just for fun. Sometimes start off with not much color at all, and then I get crazy and add all kinds of color. Make sure I'm still recording. Yep. Alright, here I come. Oh, I want to come back and add some catalyst here. Recently had a chance to start doing yoga a little ways back, and I tell you, highly recommend it. Miss Colleen was the one that was providing the yoga instruction, and yoga feels so good. It's for me, it's like when I'm painting, you're in that moment, you're in the present, and get a chance to be in the present doing other activities. Wow. Yoga, I should have started that a long time ago. But I have to tell you, Miss Colleen knows how to bring out the best in people, and after we're able to get back to visiting studios and stuff like that, I promised myself I'm going to join Miss Colleen's yoga, at least a little bit. Start working on my levitation. Alright, so I've added some, hopefully enough water there to get some movement for me there. Kind of thin out my colors. Plus I could also mud them up a little bit that way. Recently I received some more donations, and I was able to take it to Waimama and drop it off at Garcia's Bakery for them to hand it out, because right now Hispanic services in those areas are closed. So they set up a small table and was able to give out the donations on that small table. Had some blankets, some more baby formulas, and items like that people in need needed, and they were very grateful. So thank you for continuing to help families in need. I'm just adding water here to, again, let me be able to move the paint around it a little faster, and also to kind of dilute some of its color, and I can mud up, which is kind of fun. I like doing that. A lot of this paint's been donated by Home Depot because of a young lady there named Debbie, who's been helping us out for so many years. Alright, getting there. Find different shade of green, maybe purple. Brown. Found some brown. I'm going to add the purple in first. Alright, now I'm going to add some brown. It doesn't have to be brown, the trunks and the branches, but for this purposes, I'm going to do it. I'm letting the paint drip and get pretty messy. And I have to be honest with you, I am enjoying the heck out of that. We were at the MoMA and saw this big Matisse, and he had all kinds of drips in his paint and a lot of unfinished canvas, and I thought, oh, okay, if he can do that, I guess I'm allowed to, right? Alright. Wipe down this brush. I'm going to show you the picture, what it looks like. I'm going to add my name to it. I tell the students, just, sign your first name or last, or first and last, but do not sign by and then the R's. No. Sign your name. I'll show you what that looks like. All done with one brush. You see it? So, happy Earth Day week, Mulberry Tree, and whoever is willing to donate the art factory, I'll give you this painting. Just contact Kathy Collins, please. Have a beautiful Earth Day, and may we do art always together. All right, bye-bye.